That's correct.
Step out. Walk over here. I need someone to handle the signal 4. This is signal 1 right here.
Y'all need a report for that?
Where's her ID at?
Yeah.
Where's your wallet?
I just want to make sure.
Signal 1.
It is almost 2:30 in the morning downtown on a busy football weekend. 2 cars sit stopped in the road with their hazards on after a fender bender. When the officer walks up, she smells alcohol on the driver. A crash plus the smell of alcohol is what turns a traffic problem into an impaired driving investigation.
Here with me. All right. You're saying you've had 1 glass of wine?
Yes.
Okay, we move your hair out of your face? Negative. Okay, I'm going to check your eyes to make sure you're safe to drive, okay?
Yes.
What I'm going to have you do is follow the clicking portion. See that? With the tip of my pen, that's only moving your eyes. Don't move your head, okay? I'm going to have you have your hands down by your side. Do you have any brain injuries?
No, ma'am.
Any head injuries from tonight?
No.
And you wear contacts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so follow the tip of my pen with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? All right, don't move your head.
Before any arrest, the officer runs the standardized field sobriety tests. First the eyes, looking for an involuntary jerk called nystagmus. Then the walk and turn and the one-leg stand. These are not pass or fail party tricks. Each one is scored for specific clues that line up with impairment.
Again, how much have you had to drink tonight?
Glass.
1 single glass.
1 glass of wine.
What kind of wine?
A Pinot Grigio.
Okay. Do you drink often?
No, ma'am.
You don't drink often? Let me check one more thing, okay? I'll pick it up in a second.
Okay.
Watch the tip of my finger.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How often do you drink when you do drink?
When I mean, it depends.
Okay. So how often do you drink?
Maybe once a week, twice a week, max.
Okay. You're saying you've had 1 glass of Pinot Grigio.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you coming from?
My home.
Why are you downtown?
I was taking my roommate.
Okay. You think you're safe to drive for that?
Here is the part most people get wrong. The driver keeps insisting it was only 1 glass of wine. But Georgia has 2 ways to prove a drunk driving case. One is the number, a .08 or higher. The other is called less safe, and it needs no number at all. If alcohol has made you a less safe driver, that by itself is the crime.
Based on everything, you're not safe to drive and you're being arrested for driving under the influence.
I tried to like have a glass of wine.
You've had more than a glass of wine.
I stood still.
You've had more than 1 glass of wine based on everything. So what I'm looking for in your eyes, listen to me. What I'm looking for in your eyes is called nystagmus and is only present once you've had alcohol, right?
Yeah, but
Based on your eyes, you're not safe to drive at this point.
But I tracked you.
You tracked me, but what I'm looking for, it's not based on if you can track me or not. It's based on what I'm looking for.
What,
So you are.
what's that?
I'm looking for nystagmus.
And what did I miss?
You have nystagmus.
And what is that?
It's an involuntary jerking in your eye that you have once you've been under the influence of alcohol.
But I tracked your eyeballs.
You didn't track my eyeballs, you tracked my pen.
Then the officer reads the implied consent notice. In Georgia, just by driving, you have already agreed to a chemical test of your breath or blood. You can still say no, but that refusal carries its own price, a license suspension of at least 1 year, and the refusal itself can be used against you in court.
Minimum period of 1 year. Your refusal to submit to blood or urine testing may be offered into evidence at you at trial. If you submit to the testing and results indicate an alcohol concentration of 0.08 grams or more, your Georgia driver's license or privilege to drive on the highways of this state may be suspended for a minimum period of 1 year. After first submitting to the requested state test, you are entitled to additional chemical tests of your blood, breath, urine, or other bodily substances at your own expense from qualified personnel of your own choosing. Will you submit to the state-administered chemical test of your breath?
I don't know what to say. Like,
It's a yes or no question.
do I have a lawyer? Like,
It's a yes or no question.
I need a lawyer.
If you don't answer yes or no, I'm going to assume it's a no.
I mean, yes, but I need a lawyer. Like, Like,
Okay, you can get a lawyer.
I need
That's
one.
fine.
And I need one.
But it's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Right now, will you do a breathalyzer?
Yeah, but give me a lawyer. Like,
Okay.
I'm not doing anything until I have a lawyer.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as a no. Okay. We're going to need a next in line. Her friend's drunk. She can't be driving.
I didn't.
Will you watch her for 1 second and get her phone? Where's her phone at? I'm going to take it with me. We're going to have to find her right at home because she's going to jail. She's under the influence. And she told me that you've been drinking, so you can't be driving.
No, I don't.
Right. So call someone to come pick you up. We're going to have to tow her car. Huh?
No, I need a lawyer. I'm not getting anything.
That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to.
I just asked for a phone number and she's...
Do you
I'll
have a
get-
phone number?
I have a phone number, but I'm not getting any.
She is arrested for driving under the influence, less safe, and for following too closely the crash that started all of this. She asks for a lawyer, but the implied consent choice comes before any lawyer, so her refusal stands. One reported glass of wine, a long night out, and a decision at the curb that follows her for at least a year.
That's correct.